In this tutorial, I'm going to take you back to 1735, to the city of Königsberg, a city in Prussia, now Kaliningrad in Russia. It was divided by the Pragal River into 4 parts, a north bank, a south bank, and 2 islands, the large east island and the smaller west island. The north and south bank of the river were connected to the islands by bridges, and there was one bridge that connected the islands together. The locals had a game. Could you walk through the city, crossing every bridge exactly once and only once? They failed for decades. Let's take a look at the map and see why. On the north bank, we have 3 bridges, 1 to the east island and 2 to the west island. On the south bank, we also have 3 bridges, 1 to the east island and 2 to the west island. On the east island, we have 3 bridges, 1 to the north bank, 1 to the south bank, and 1 to the west island. And on the west island, we have 5 bridges, 2 to the north bank, 2 to the south bank, and 1 to the east island. Let's now have a few attempts at achieving what the locals couldn't. So let's start on the north bank and cross over to the east island using this bridge. And then we can head over to the west island. And then back up to the north bank on this bridge. And then we can come back down onto the west island using this other bridge. And then we'll head to the south bank. And then from the south bank, we'll go back onto the west island. And now look, we've used 6 bridges and we're stuck on the west island. There's no way of using this bridge. So let's have another go. This time we'll start on the west island and we'll head up to the north bank. And from the north bank, we'll head back down to the west island and cross over this bridge to the south bank. And then we'll use this bridge to get back onto the west island. And the bridge between the west and the east island to take us onto the east island. Now we have a choice. We can head to the north bank or the south bank. So let's head to the north bank. And now we're stuck again. We've used 6 bridges, but the only way of getting to this bridge is to reuse one of the other bridges. So again, we failed. Let's have one final attempt. So this time we'll start on the south bank and we'll head across this bridge to the west island. Then we'll go from the west island to the east island. And we'll use this bridge to get back onto the south bank. And we'll use this bridge to go back onto the west island. And this bridge to take us to the north bank. And this bridge to take us back onto the west island. So now we're stuck on the west island and we still haven't used this bridge. The only way we can use this bridge if we reuse one of the other bridges. So once again we failed. One day a man named Leonhard Euler realized the city didn't matter. He turned the land into vertices and the bridges into edges. He counted the degree of each vertex. So that's the number of edges associated with each vertex. So the north bank has 3, and the south bank also has 3. The west island has 5, and the east island has 3. Think about any vertex that is not your start or end vertex. It's a pass-through point. To use an edge to get in, you need one to get out. That's a pair. Because every entry needs an exit, these vertices must have an even degree. If it's odd, you eventually enter and have no way to leave. This brings us to the definition of an Eulerian path or trail. This is a route in a connected graph that visits every edge exactly once. It's possible if and only if the graph has exactly 0 or 2 vertices with an odd number of degrees. I say connected graph because if the graph is in 2 separate pieces, you obviously can't walk between them. And I use the word trail because in graph theory, a trail means we never repeat an edge, which is at the heart of this puzzle. So why are we allowed two vertices with an odd number of degrees? This is because the start and end are the only ones allowed to be unpaired. You leave the start vertex using one edge, and you enter the end vertex using one edge. Let's see what we had in Königsberg. In Königsberg, we had 4 vertices with an odd number of degrees. So the north bank had a degree of 3, the south bank had a degree of 3, the west island had a degree of 5, and the east island had a degree of 3. And so the maths says that to achieve what the locals wanted to achieve was impossible. But what about ending where we started and using all the edges once only? Well, this brings us to the definition of an Eulerian circuit. And so an Eulerian circuit is an Eulerian trail that starts and ends at the same vertex. It's possible if and only if every vertex has an even number of degrees. In a circuit, the start and end vertex are the same. You leave at the beginning and enter at the end. This forms a pair. If there is one vertex with an odd number of degrees, the loop cannot be closed. Let's now take a look at some challenges to demonstrate these concepts. Let's take a look at this graph. We have 6 vertices numbered 1 to 6. And the question we're asking, is it an Eulerian path or an Eulerian circuit? If you'd like to play along, pause the video now. So the key to this one is knowing the degrees of each of the vertices. The degree of vertex 1 is 4, as it has 4 edges. And similarly, the degree of vertex 2 is 4, as it also has 4 edges. The degree of vertex 3 is 3, as it has 3 edges. And similarly, the degree of vertex 4 is 3, as it also has 3 edges. Now the degree of vertex 5 is 4, as it has 4 edges. And the degree of vertex 6 is 2, as it has 2 edges. So we have 2 vertices, so that's vertex 4 and vertex 3, with odd degrees, so 3 and 3. All the other vertices have even degrees. So in an Eulerian path or trail, we're allowed 2 vertices with an odd number of degrees. So let's see if we can follow this trail and use every edge once. So we need to start at one of the vertices which has an odd number of degrees. So let's start at vertex 4, and we can go to 5, from 5 to 3, from 3 back to 4, from 4 to 1, from 1 to 5, from 5 to 2, from 2 to 1, from 1 to 6, from 6 to 2, and then from 2 to vertex 3. So we've used up all the edges and all the edges only once. And so this is an Eulerian path or trail. So why can't it be an Eulerian circuit? Well, in Eulerian circuits, the degree of every vertex has to be even. And in our case, we have 2 vertices with an odd number of degrees. So let's look at this graph. Again, we have 6 vertices, and we want to know whether it forms an Eulerian path or trail or Eulerian circuit. If you'd like to play along, pause the video now. So let's look at the degree of each of the vertices. So vertex 1 has a degree of 2, vertex 2 has a degree of 3, vertex 3 has a degree of 2, and vertex 4 has a degree of 2. Vertex 5 has a degree of 3, and vertex 6 has a degree of 2. So we have 2 vertices with an odd number of degrees, and all the rest have an even number of degrees. So that tells us that it's an Eulerian path or trail. So let's see if we can follow it. So we need to start at one of the vertices with an odd number of degrees. So let's start at vertex 2 and travel to vertex 1. From 1 we can go to 6, from 6 to 5, from 5 back to 2, from vertex 2 to vertex 3, and then from vertex 3 to vertex 4, and finally from vertex 4 to vertex 5. So we've used every edge once. So why can't it be an Eulerian circuit? Well, 2 of the vertices have an odd number of degrees. And for it to be an Eulerian circuit, all vertices need to have an even number of degrees. In challenge 3, we have 5 vertices. All vertices connect to each other with an edge. So the question is, does this form an Eulerian path or an Eulerian circuit? If you'd like to play along, pause the video now. So the first thing to notice is that each vertex has a degree of 4. So that should tell us that it's both an Eulerian path and an Eulerian circuit. So let's prove this. So for it to be a circuit, we need to start and finish at the same vertex and use all the edges only once. So let's start at vertex 4 and travel to 1, then to 2, and on to vertex 3, and from vertex 3 to vertex 1, and then from vertex 1 to vertex 5, from vertex 5 to vertex 3, from 3 to vertex 4, from 4 to 5, from 5 to 2, and then from vertex 2 back to vertex 4 where we started. So this graph ticks both boxes. So in this challenge we have 9 vertices, and the question we want to answer, is it an Eulerian path? Is it an Eulerian circuit? Or maybe it's not either. If you think you know the answer, let me know in the comments section and leave a reason why.